We're having a couple people come into the room, so we're just introducing them. Everything's beautiful. I see Ars John's going to come in. Well, while we're having people come in the room, we're setting up. I just have a warm-up question. Is it really too late to have a happy childhood? If I spend some time going back to my childhood, which had tons of trauma, and it's not a competition. I know there's people who've had more trauma here than me, right? But I've had a lot of it. If I go back in that time and I look at all the great and wonderful things that have happened, I can almost get nostalgic for the past and think how great it was in some ways. It just requires me to shift my focus. Some people look at the world through rose-colored lenses. At my worst moments, I tend to look at them through poop-colored lenses. So, and especially my past. But if I look back, I can see, and I'm glad I can do that because when I do that, it's easier for me to make peace with my past and still accept everything bad that had happened. That was just an intro question. Looks like everyone's here. So, thank you so much. I'm glad everyone is here. The topic is patience, and especially when we're working through things that, I don't know if I've heard this right, but may be uncomfortable or take time or deal with the suffering in the world. And the first thing I think about when I think what I need for patience is not just acceptance, but radical acceptance. DBT did me the favor of making radical acceptance. And it is radical. It says whatever is true and that I can't change, I need to accept. And it's crazy I had some people come in here because I was thinking about my job, the things I can't change. I can do a lot of great things, but I can't change my students in a very immediate way. Opinion of what life is. I can't change what they want. If they want to go out and do destructive things with their life, it's something I can't change. I can't change who their families are. I can't change what their environment is in an immediate way, or the environment they grew up. I can't change their childhood. I can't take away their cravings. I can't take away their emotional and mental health problems. None of these things I can do. Which leaves an awful lot of what I can do. I can give the idea of a school that is safe, where there are boundaries, where people are allowed to learn, where we do try to get kids as many credits as we can and meet them where they're at. I bless my kids every day before they leave the class, saying, may you be happy and peaceful. May you be healthy and strong. May you be safe and protected. May you live with ease. And if I don't, they remind me. Mm-hmm. So it's something, and when they treat, this is the biggest thing I think I can do. Because a lot of people, when they see me as a teacher, they see someone who has been someone they've failed with most of their life. So if they are particularly angry at me and acting out with me, I can be stable and set boundaries, but still not try to get even, still wish them well, still be willing to do things for them to help them out if they choose to do those things, and just remain open to that. And to let them know I do care. I've done that for a couple kids. To the end, they thought, you just don't like me. He goes, no, I care. I want to see good things happen for you. And I said it all the way to the end. And they may not have believed it, but I kept my message straight. So, yeah, if I don't have that acceptance, I will just drown in frustration. lots of bad things can happen to my kids in in the short term. I think in the long term, everything we do at work will plant a lot of beautiful seeds and a lot of great things will happen. But in the short term, it's not always easy to see a lot. Sometimes you do. It's amazing. Oftentimes you don't. But I believe in the long term, they will end up much better off than if they'd not come to us. Yeah, accepting people for who they are. And that's the people in my life. I'm glad I can't change people because I would change people in ways that shouldn't be changed. Like if I could just change my wife, I probably would have done it a few times. And that's not my job. And she would no longer be my wife. She'd be my puppet, right? Or some of my friends. They're people I'm not friends with anymore because we were not relatable anymore, especially after I quit drinking. Lost a lot of friends, a lot of friends. I would have changed them, but that's not my job, and it kicks them off their journey. So I'm glad I'm not able just to change people, but I can accept and love them for just as they are. And that's just one thing of radical acceptance. I accept my health where it's at. I accept my addiction where it's at. I accept my cravings where it's at. I accept my childhood where it's at. My job, all the people in my life, learning to accept those things changes me. And the biggest root of suffering for me is when I resist what is real. When I resist what is real, I create suffering for me. It's an old statement, pain is mandatory, suffering is optional. I know Buddhism wouldn't put it that way, but I get the idea. I just create more suffering for myself when I resist the different painful things that I will experience in my life and to fully experience them. I have a meditation I gleefully stole from the Women's Meditation Network.com. Anybody wants it, they should just grab it. So let's begin by settling into comfort. Letting your face soften, your shoulders drop. And your arms and legs relax. Find your center as you bring your attention onto the rhythm of your breath. Breathe in a little deeper with every inhale, and breathe out a little longer with every exhale. Slowing you down. clearing your mind. Calming your body. Return to normal breath. The glow of red-hot pain lives somewhere inside. Where what we want fights harshly against what is. It pulsates when someone isn't acting the way we want. It bubbles when a situation isn't what we want it to be. It roars with violent waves and tells our ego that the only way to calm it is to get what we want. To change the situation at all costs. Or to change the people. Our ego flares. We make them wrong. We demonize what goes against all our desires, and we suffer and cause suffering around us. Feel the toxic pain of this red glow burning throughout your body. Now take a deep breath in. inviting the air to cleanse you. And calm the storms of suffering. Breathing deep again and again, slowly, fully, dimming the red glow of dissonance inside, and settling into a place of stillness. Stillness. Here is where radical acceptance is born, in the calm space of our deep selves, who transcends the ego and understands freedom that comes when we let go of control and accept what is. I accept who you are. I accept what is, as it is. Radical acceptance is not weak. It is not giving in. It is not surrendering your power. Radical acceptance allows us to dissolve our expectations, be present to what is, and opens up the space for us to grow, to thrive. So come inside, one with your spirit, And imagine your healing hands gently resting upon those red places inside of you, accepting the people, accepting what is, accepting all of you, cooling the heat and releasing the pain. Step through the doors of radical acceptance and feel the freedom. Feel the lightness and embrace the love. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julia. Okay. Everyone wants to get in a comfortable position, receptive. I will do the dedication of merit. May all places be held sacred. May all beings be cherished. May all injustices of oppression and devaluation be fully righted, remedied, and healed. May all who are captured by hatred be freed to the love that is our birthright. May all who are bound by fear discover the safety of understanding. May all who are weighed down by grief be given over to the joy of being. May all who are lost in delusion find a home on the path of wisdom. May all wounds to forest, rivers, deserts, oceans, all wounds to Mother Earth be lovingly restored to bountiful health. May all beings everywhere delight in whale song, bird song, and blue sky. May all beings abide in peace and well-being, awaken and be free. Namaste.